This is part one of my hitchhiking trip from Aberdeen in Scotland all the way to Aberdeen in Hong Kong. I rushed out my hotel room first thing in the morning as I'm always in a hurry, and I headed for Aberdeen city centre where I seen that statue of Robert the Bruce and many grey granite buildings which Aberdeen is famous for. Then I seen this van which reminded me I was in a home of God's nectars, including this drink. I then shot for Aberdeen station because the tour company Rabbies were kind enough to let me join two of their tours that were going to take me all the way from Aberdeen down to Edinburgh. We spent the morning driving down the coast and it was sunny and great, and then we reached the city of Dundee. While in Dundee I did a bit of sightseeing, including visiting the V&A at the waterfront. I also went aboard the ship the Discovery, which was the first ship to take Shackleton on an expedition to Antarctica. But before long I was back in the bus with my amazing tour guide Neil, and we drove to St Andrews. St Andrews is a small town, but it's got a huge reputation. It's the home of golf and also hosts a really well-known university. Really though, it's a nice town to just walk around and roam and take in all the sights, and while there I spoke to some people who were studying there and working there, which was great. It was then on to the second tour of the day, which was led by the kilt-clad Graham, who looked very suave, and also the views along the way were not to be snuffed at either. Although the highlight of the trip was stopping at Falklands Palace, this famous Outlander location, but if I'm being honest I was more concerned about the half pint I managed to squeeze in. We then moved towards our final destination, which was Edinburgh, crossing the Firth of Forth and getting back to the city just in time for sunset, which was incredible. I was then heading on to Glasgow to spend a couple of days at home before I moved on.